Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Coach Richard Walker Stadium on the campus of Rowan University for today's field hockey competition between the Seagulls of Salisbury University and the Profs of Rowan University. Before we begin, remind everyone that the NCAA, the New Jersey Athletic Conference, and Rowan University promote good sports conduct by student athletes, coaches, staff, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racist, sexist, or homophobic comments, or other intimidating actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, team representatives, or spectators will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the site of competition. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to introduce to you today's starting lineup. First for the Seagulls of Salisbury University. Number 2, Caitlin Gamanda. Number 4, Isabel Larrabee. Number 6, Madeline Reed. Number 7, Marley McNorman. Number 9, Elena July. 15, Emma Ranabal. Number 16, Arden Hunneman. Number 26, Allie Williams. Number 29, Hannah Johnson. And in goal for the Seagulls, number 55, Abby McElvey. This is coach for the Seagulls is Lindsay Barbacow, and the head coach is Coach Dawn Chamberlain. Ladies and gentlemen, the Seagulls of Salisbury University. And now let's meet the starters from Rowan University. Number 2, Ali Palumbo. Number 5, Kylie Elwell. Number 7, Gracie Merritt. Number 10, Alexa Ronning. Number 11, Mia Fonte. Number 14, Ella Tall. Number 17, Paige Gray. Number 23, Tess Herman. Number 24, Jenna Gray. Number 28, Aurelia McManus. And in goal for the Profs, number 88, Mariah Giuliano. Assistant coaches for the Profs, Danielle Alder-Sitzer and Small, and Christina Castagnola. The head coach is Coach Michelle Andre. The Profs of Rowan University, our officials for today are Jennifer Hagen and Frank Marigliano. And now we ask everyone to please rise for the playing of our national anthem.
Welcome here from Coach Richard Wacker Stadium in Glassboro, New Jersey. A beautiful October afternoon here on this Friday here as the Rowan Profs field hockey team will be taking on number 2 ranked Salisbury. The Seagulls coming in with a 13-1 record and have won their last 7. The Profs 9-7 and on a 5-game winning streak, bouncing back into their ways atop of the NJAC. Welcome here. My name is Aiden Ray. Alongside me is Aiden Doherty, a little bit of an Aiden squared broadcasting. Aiden. So Salisbury 13-1. This is a tough test for the Profs before their next 2 games in NJAC. What do the Profs need to do to just challenge and just stay locked in against the number 2 team in the nation?
Well, they've done a very well job defensively over the last 4 games, and really over the last 5 games in their 5-game win streak. But when you look at the last 4 games where all 4 of them were NJAC games, they only allowed 1 goal in 4 games. I mean, if you're going to do that, that's going to be a very good recipe for being successful for the rest of this year. But it's going to be a tough task, like you mentioned, Aiden. There are the number 2 ranked team, the Seagulls. But this is a good test. You know, it's an out-of-conference game late in the season. You know when the sweatshirts are on in the crowd and the sweatpants are on in the crowd. You know this is when you start understanding how big some of these games are. And I think this game, maybe not big when it comes to conference play, but if Rowan's able to hang tough, even if that means, you know, a loss possibly against Salisbury. At least we'll probably show them something the rest of the way, as they only have 2 games after this left. But meanwhile, for the Salisbury Seagulls, I think the goal here is to just continue dominating. Like you mentioned, 7 wins in a row, just completely being able to put on a show. The Salisbury Seagulls are this year so far.
Salisbury, their only loss came to Shenandoah on September 21st, losing that game 1-0. But right after that, Salisbury has been able to take advantage of their opponents, and they're coming off of 2 games where they faced ranked opponents. Christopher Newport in the Coast to Coast Conference, and number 3 Williams, as we are underway here in Glassboro, as Marley McDormand will pass to her right side. And again, as mentioned, big game, important, out of conference before going into the in-conference down the later stretch of the season, as Salisbury going down to the far side of the field in the attacking zone with a good opportunity. Ball goes out of bounds. Ball will stick with Salisbury. Excuse me. Looks like it'll be a corner for the Seagulls. It will stick with Salisbury. So first corner of the day, as we are 26 seconds in, and it's a good opportunity for the Seagulls to hopefully get on the board early.
Yeah, the Salisbury just doing a good job showing, hey, we are the number 2 ranked team in all of D3 field hockey, and immediately just get downfield and are able to set themselves up for this easy positioning.
Pass in for the Seagulls, good opportunity here. Shot blocked, and Palumbo will get onto the ball after the shot from, looks like, Demodna in the defensive zone for the Profs. Ref will blow a whistle, and Salisbury will get nothing out of the corner. So the corner, good opportunity on the corner, but Salisbury will not get anything out of that. But with the ball, they'll have it on the far side.
Yeah, they had a pretty good opportunity. They got it, actually, a nice pass after the corner original pass to get it inside the shooting circle. And here they come once again.
Ball taken by Tess Herman. She gets the takeaway. Now Salisbury gets it back. Ball will go out of bounds, and it'll be Rowan ball. Good job defensively to start off the game so far. Salisbury's been able to take their chances, but again, still a lot of game left. It looks like it'll be Salisbury ball still. And
they got a nice drop at the 25, so good positioning by them this whole first couple of minutes so far. It's been complete Salisbury, and now it looks like they're going to get a corner. So they're already going to get corner number 2, not even 2 minutes into this game. A very good opportunity here. And Salisbury just trying to get up early, because if a team like Salisbury gets up early, typically there's only one way that game will end.
And it will be the second corner for the Seagulls. And going to the corner, looks like it is Madeline Reed for Salisbury. Profs trying to get another stop here, looking to get a chance. Is Salisbury. Demodna passing, looking for a chance. This shot is saved by Giuliano, looking clear out as the Profs, and they will get the opportunity. They will clear, but the Seagulls will get it back around the 30-yard line here at Coach Richard Wacker Stadium. Ball taken, Ali Palumbo, the leading goal scorer in all of the NJAC this season at this time with 11. And Rowan will take over. It will be Palumbo. Around the far side of the field, the 30. Salisbury gets the ball back, looking for more chances. McDormand around the middle, passing in. Ball stays inbounds. It will be out of bounds. Looking for that chance was Radabaugh.
I tried to get the backhand there, wasn't able to get it. But Aiden, one thing I want to mention is that obviously Salisbury comes in with just one loss. That one loss against Shenandoah, who Rowan also played on this exact field here at Coach Richard Wacker Stadium. It was also a loss for Rowan as well. But a 1-0 loss, Shenandoah really just bunkered down. That's kind of similar to what they did against Rowan. And these two teams, or I should say the 3 teams in the triangle, have all played each other. And we'll see, who can come out on top today. But Shenandoah has gotten the best of both of these teams, but they both played Shenandoah tough. So it's really hard to get a good read on this game.
Agree. Both teams got to play against Shenandoah, and both teams have had experience playing against ranked opponents in D3 field hockey this season, so a lot of great opportunities faced for both Salisbury and Rowan. Macrelli in the defensive area for the Seagulls near midfield. Profs will have it, Ronning. Ball will go to Reed. Around the 35 in the near side of the field, it's Radabaugh. Radabaugh gets past 2 Rowan defenders. Ball will be taken by the Profs this time, by Herman, and the ball will go out of bounds. Looks like it'll stick with Rowan. Tess Herman looks like she'll get the ball in. Herman gets the ball in. Elwell, and now it's Jenna Gray. NJAC Rookie of the Week last week, scored against William Patterson in a 9-0 victory over the Pioneers on Wednesday, October 23rd. It's Ella Toll with the ball. Toll. And it looks like it'll be a corner for the Rowan Profs with 4.5 minutes gone by so far in this game. This will be the first corner for the Rowan Profs. And going to the corner will be Paige Gray, the main corner piece for this Rowan team.
Yeah, good job early. Rowan really not making much noise offensively. I mean, you're just 4.5 minutes into this game, but still scoreless after Salisbury was able to get a couple of opportunities. And now Rowan with their first real opportunity. We'll see if they capitalize. This is typically where you see Palumbo possibly take over and see if she can get a strike from the top of the shooting circle.
The Profs were able to do a really good job with the corner on Wednesday night against William Patterson. Here's a chance. Salisbury looking to clear, and it will be Salisbury ball. Great job defensively for the Seagulls on the Rowan corner. Macrelli past 3 Prof defenders around the 35-yard line on the right side of Coach Richard Wacker Stadium. Macrelli in the near side again. Ball gets past Nadabaugh. Profs have the ball. Ronning will just pass over to Elwell. Elwell trying to stick with the ball. Elwell will not. And the ball will go to Allie Williams of Salisbury. Salisbury will have the ball.
Yeah, Elwell Williams had fantastic stick work right there. As she just missed it as it kind of bounced off the turf and wasn't able to exactly hit it correctly as it was, trickling off that tough turf to rebounces off of. But that was almost a good opportunity for Rowan right there. And the Seagulls, will see if they can go on the counterattack. Just 5 minutes into this game, we're still looking for our first shot on goal, it seems.
And Nadabaugh, ball goes right off of Giuliano, and ball goes to Palumbo. She'll just hit out of bounds. It'll still be Salisbury ball. Rowan really tried to clear the ball out after the shot was taken. Looks like by Nadabaugh on Giuliano. So Salisbury still have it. Now Rowan clearing out and trying to get the ball to the other side of the field. So Salisbury still with the ball. Still the ball. Herman to it. Ref blows a whistle. It'll be Rowan ball. Passing up to Jenna Gray with 2 Seagulls in front of her. Ball's intercepted by Williams, and she'll pass to the far side, but past midfield to Demodna.
Nice stick work there.
Great stick work so far. Both these teams playing well with their sticks. McDormand passing to the far side around the 20-yard line. Profs looking to get another defensive effort, but Salisbury still has it. It's Demodna. Ball looking to go to Toll. Toll handle ball their stick, and it will be Rowan ball again. Ball goes to Jenna Gray, past midfield. Gray loses the ball a little bit, but gets back to the ball. It's Ronning. Over to Elwell. Now Larrabee gets onto the ball, their stick. Larrabee, a little bit of a soft hit. Elwell tried to get to the ball. Now it's Macrelli around the middle of the field. It'll be Allie Williams to get the ball in for the Seagulls. with 7:15 to go here in the first quarter.
We've seen a lot of action here early. We've only seen one shot on goal, that coming from Salisbury a couple of minutes ago. They've had the nice attacks, and here they are trying to send it in.
Ball goes off the pad of Giuliano, a shot by Marley McDormand. Rowan will have the ball again on the near side. Ronning, ball will go out of bounds. And it is McCrelly to bring the ball in for Salisbury. Ball goes off of Radabaugh, and it will go out of bounds. So Rowan with the ball again. It'll be McManus to hit the ball in for the Profs. Ball gets taken away by Nadabaugh. Nadabaugh passing into Huntyman, and looking to clear out is the Profs. It is Toll, and Ronning will clear out. Ball goes to Sidney Pavlichin. Pavlichin has some space past midfield, around the 40-yard line. Pavlichin will look to pass to her right. She will still have possession of the ball. Pavlichin passes. Ball will go right to a defender in Salisbury. Looks like Johnson. Excuse me, but
a lot of counterattacks going on here. They're going back and forth now. The game starts to pick up some speed.
Game is picking up some speed. Pavlichin had a great opportunity she got past midfield and had open space, but nothing was able to get out of that. And now getting the ball in on the free is McCrelly, Reagan McCrelly. Trying to go into the box, the zone. Huntyman with the ball. Ball will go out of bounds. And speaking of Huntyman, Arden Huntyman leads the team in 15 goals this season, and in one game against Catholic on September 25th had 5 goals in that game. She has had a dominant season for the Seagulls. A lot of key goal scorers are on this team as well.
Yeah, definitely a name you don't want to hear too much if you're Rowan. If she has a good amount of opportunities, you might be looking at a ball game where Salisbury is looking to advance to 14-1. But you know, if you're able to kind of keep it quiet a little bit, which is Rowan's defense, despite allowing Salisbury to get into the shooting circle a few times now, hasn't really given up a huge, complete opportunity where it feels like Salisbury had to cash in on it yet. And Rowan on the other side offensively looking to do the same, you know, trying to see if they can get that one opportunity where it's almost as good as it can get when you're trying to get a goal.
Both great offensive teams. Page Gray to get the ball into, looks like Merrick. Ball go out of bounds. And as mentioned, yes, Salisbury, 54 goals this season, allowed 10 goals. Rowan has 55 goals. Rowan leads the NJAC in goals. So both a lot of offensive, exciting teams facing off each other today.
You know what happens though? In offensive games, I always feel like it ends up being a defensive game, just because both teams know of each other's offense, and they want to focus on stopping the other team's offense. They almost kind of forget to try to score on their own. But like you mentioned, Rowan, 55 goals, but they've also allowed opponents to score 30. So that's really where Salisbury can come in and see if they can do some damage offensively. 2
really good field hockey programs here in Division III, with great opportunities, and ball go right to Rowan again. It'll be McClelland with the ball. So ball will go into the Profs attacking zone. It'll be Jenna Gray to bring it in. Gray trying to get a shot off. That ball will go to the left side of the net, and in net for Salisbury is Abby McIlvain for the Seagulls. McIlvain, a really good keeper for the Salisbury team. 38 saves, only allowed 5 goals, and has started in all 14 games entering today. So 2 great goalkeepers today, Mariah Giuliano and Abby McIlvain. Salisbury with the ball, Cooper. And now Rowan gets back. McClellan to find someone. Ball gets taken away by the Seagulls. Trying to find some space is Reed. Ball is intercepted again by the Profs. It's Merrick. Profs will stick with the ball. It's Ronning who will pass over to her left side to Palumbo. Palumbo had 2 goals against William Patterson. So did Sydney Pavlichin. And then a lot of other key goal scorers from the William Patterson game. Mia Foti, Jenna Gray, Paige Gray, Lily Battaloni, and Victoria Tullio. All those players scored against William Patterson on Wednesday. McClellan will hit the ball out of bounds. Salisbury will take over in their attacking zone with 1.5 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Salisbury just passing back and making some space. Looking for some chances on the far side of the field. And ball looks to get taken away. No, it will not be taken away. Great chance here. Looking for a chance. Giuliano gets the save, it looks like. Rowan will not allow a goal here, and they will clear out. Ball gets past Battaloni. And now Salisbury with the ball again. McCrelly on the near side. Will pass in. Alex Cooper will pass back in. 2 Profs on defense.
Under a minute to go now.
Profs will have the ball with 31 seconds to play here in the first quarter. It's Ronning who gets the ball from McClelland. And Ronning will take the ball again. No, she will not. It'll be McClellan this time to take the ball. Gets the ball into the air. Getting onto the ball is Larrabee for Salisbury. She'll just pass back. Trying to burn some clock here, but clock is ticking. Ball goes off of Reed. And in the Rowan zone, it will be, looks like a corner for the Profs.
Yeah, so they'll get one last opportunity here as the clock is struck to 0.
The clock did hit double zeros.
But the whistle was right before it, so they'll get an opportunity here, see if they can do something.
It'll be the second corner today for the Profs. And Paige Gray in the corner with double zeros on the clock, still scoreless here between Rowan and Salisbury. Takes the ball in to Palumbo. Palumbo looking for a chance. Shot's blocked. Ball goes to McClelland. And a great effort by the Salisbury defense on the corner. And that will end the first quarter play between the Rowan Profs and the Salisbury Seagulls. The score 0-0 between these two teams. Great defenses by both. Not much shots have been taken by either team, only 3 combined. 1 for Ali Palumbo for the Rowan Profs, and for Salisbury, Caitlin Demodna has 1 shot, and the only shot on goal was by Marley McDormand. So great defenses have played a role so far in this game, Aiden.
Yeah, they've done a phenomenal job. We mentioned, you know, how good these offenses are. 55 goals on the year for Rowan, 54 on the year for Salisbury, but right now, you're seeing a lot of defense, and there's been a couple opportunities in that first quarter where Salisbury looked like they could have possibly scored, especially their last opportunity right before the end of the quarter. It looked like that they were going to get a nice 2-on-1 situation, but Rowan did a good job bunkering down. They also have a good goalkeeper, you know, in Mariah Giuliano, and then they're able to shut the door a little bit, and then Salisbury's defense has been phenomenal. I mean, Salisbury has controlled the time of possession. They've controlled the ball, and they've done exactly what we expect the #2 team in field hockey to do, except they just haven't been able to put anything in the back of the cage.
Giuliano today, 1 save. She had a really comfortable night in net against William Patterson. Did not have to face much opportunities from the Pioneers, but now is able to face something in the first quarter of play today against the Seagulls team, who is absolutely dominant. They have a 5-1 away record, 7-0 home record. And as I mentioned, 2 teams on winning streaks. Rowan on a 5-game streak, Salisbury on a 7-game streak. Both these teams entering in red hot. Profs getting the opportunities down the stretch here in the season, especially with these NJAC opponents that they played before Salisbury, being able to get wins, that's what matters for the NJAC tournament, as the second quarter will get underway in a little bit here in Glassboro. The Profs taking the field, Salisbury also taking the field.
Should be a fun one. I mean, somebody's got to break this tie, right, Aiden? I mean, it's got to be something that clicks here, especially right before halftime. You can't imagine it goes to 0-0 at half. So I feel like we're going to see a team finally possibly be able to find the back of the cage, but with the both way the defenses are playing, it's going to be tough. But you have a feeling that one of these offenses is going to break through eventually.
McDormand will hit with her stick out to the Profs defense to start this second quarter of play. Profs will clear out. Ball gets past the stick of Jenna Gray, go out of bounds. And hitting in for Salisbury will be Williams, who will pass to the defensive part of the Seagulls team to Larrabee. Now on the far side. Ball goes out of bounds. Ball will stick with the Seagulls. Back in the defensive zone, ball around the 10-yard line on the right side of Richard Wacker Stadium. Ball will go out of bounds, and it'll be Rowan ball with Ali Palumbo taking the ball in. And now ball gets taken away by Salisbury. Now looking for a chance around the middle of the field. It is Herman who has the ball on the far side over to Palumbo. Merrick trying to find a way with her stick.
That one came in high. She had to almost protect herself with her own stick as that ball was coming up near the shoulder level.
Going up in that level, needed to do anything to prevent anything happening. It is Paige Gray. She'll just pass, the ball go out of bounds. So Salisbury taking over again on the left side of the field. Ball gets taken away, looks like by Toll for the Profs. And now ball is intercepted again by Salisbury. DeModna, far side. Profs looking to clear, ref blows a whistle. So we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter of action. Still 0-0 Profs. Aiden Ray alongside Aiden Doherty. A double Aiden broadcast.
Aiden squared, as some might say.
Of course. Here is Necrelli over to Reed. Going
Nice
out is Fody, but she'll not get to the ball. Reed hits the ball up in the air. Getting onto the ball is Merrick. She'll pass up to Elwell. Elwell on the far side will try to pass to the middle to Toll. She will. Merrick will just pass, and Salisbury will get the turnover, and it's Gelati with the turnover for the Seagulls.
Yeah, it looked like Rowan was going to try to set up some passes up, and they almost were able to. You know, Merrick was able to get a good stick on it after a couple of, you know, bang passes for Rowan, but nobody was home on that deflection, and now Salisbury going to try to take advantage.
And the Rowan defense trying to do their job here right now. It's Jenna Gray with two Seagull defenders on her, Nadabaugh and Reed. Larrabee will pass to her right, over to DeModna, past midfield. With a 0-0 game between two really good field hockey programs in Division III. So Salisbury with the ball again. It will be Reed who will pass over to McDormand. McDormand, 7 goals in the season, scored against Williams on October 19th. Most recent game for the Seagulls. Around the near side, it's Ronning who will pass to Jenna Gray. 2 players with the last name Gray on the field, Paige Gray and Jenna Gray. Both freshmen and have played a key role within this Profs field hockey team. And now it's Elwell, ref blows a whistle. It'll be Seagull ball. It'll be Williams to take in for Salisbury. Ball will go over to McManus with 2 Seagulls there. She keeps the ball in bounds. Ball gets almost taken away by Necrelli. but Salisbury will have it. No, they will. Now they still will. It will be McDormand. McDormand going into the box, and it looks like it'll be a corner for Salisbury. The first corner of the second quarter of play, the third total for the Seagulls. And it is another good opportunity here to looking for a potential first score today.
Yeah, prime opportunity right here for the Seagulls is they'll be able to get what is their third corner of the game and first here in the second quarter. They haven't gotten one in about 10 minutes or so. And we'll see if Rowan's defense can remain strong, but now we're headed towards the 10-minute mark here left in the second quarter, and this might be the best opportunity we see so far.
Madeline Reed taking the corner for the Seagulls. This pass over to Larrabee. Larrabee with a shot. Ball gets deflected, and the ball will go out of bounds. So great job by the Profs defense on the corner, and they'll take over. Gray will pass to her left. Profs trying to stick with it. Ball it will go in the Profs' favor, almost taken away by the Seagulls. Gray passes over. Looking to make some space is the Seagulls around the 40. Necrelli on the pass from, looks like McDormand.
Ooh, collision.
And a collision, looks like, but excuse me, now that's McDormand. It was McDormand and McManus. And it will be a corner for the Seagulls after the collision by McDormand and McManus. So the second corner in a row for Salisbury and the fourth total for the Seagulls today. And it will be Reed to go over to the corner again.
Yeah, last time they let it go all the way back. Let's see if they try to set up a prime opportunity. They could easily just try to find a way to get a shot up front.
Looking for a chance, trying to pass over. It is Reed. Reed, ball go off. And another great job by this Profs defense on the corner. So looking for an opportunity here. It's Ronning trying to get the ball to the middle of the field. Elwell gets past the 50. Elwell trying to go over to the middle near the right hash of the 40, but it will be taken by Salisbury. It's Reed. Will pass to her left to McDormand. Ball will be taken away by the Profs around the 40, going back to the 35 right hash is Ronning.
Yeah, that was a great play by her defensively, stepping in front of the pass and also able to turn it into a possible counterattack before that whistle was blown.
Some substitutions have come on for the Profs. Paige Yoakum on the field for Rowan. Ball going out of bounds, still in Rowan's favor. It'll be McManus to take the ball in for the Rowan Profs. With 8:25 to go in the second, still a scoreless game. Radabaugh on the left side, trying to go in. Radabaugh, stick to the ball. Radabaugh with a chance. And another defensive stop by the Profs. They will take over. Ball goes over to Ronning from Herman. Merritt passing over, and now it's Williams with the ball to Necrelli around the 40. Two Profs on her now. Radabaugh with McManus on her. Ref blows a whistle. And the ball will stick with Salisbury, and it will be McDormand from the 25-yard line to find someone and look for a chance. In this stretch here in the second quarter, under 8 to go in the first half. Passes in, ref blows a whistle. It'll be Prof ball. Near side, it's Ronning. Ball goes off of Jenna Gray's stick, and the ball will go right to Salisbury again.
Yeah, Rowan playing down a player currently. And McManus, who's had to take a seat next to the scorer's table, next to the benches. So Rowan just trying to get through all that.
A green card for McManus. So more of an advantage for the Seagulls. On the far side of the field, Elwell. Salisbury will have it again. Fighting for it. And they'll have an opportunity here. Around the middle near the 40-yard line, it's Reed will pass to her left to McCrelly. Radaball going in to the left hash side. Refs will blow a whistle. Profs have the ball again. And it will be Tess Herman to try to find somebody. And Herman will pass to her right side. Ball will go off of Radaball from Paige Yoakum. So Yoakum will take the ball in. With a good stick effort is Jenna Gray. Gray gets past 2 defenders, but ball will get taken away and a foul will be taken. It will be on the Profs. But that was a good effort by Jenna Gray, trying to keep the ball onto her stick and just try to get past 2 defenders of Salisbury.
Yeah, it hasn't been an easy task for anybody to get by any sort of defenders, especially when there's 2 in front of you. You know, both teams are doing a good job, especially at midfield, being able to blitz some of these players and force quick decisions. But Jenna Gray able to still make that quick decision despite what Salisbury was hoping for.
Great decision making, but now the Profs try to look for a chance. McClellan ball gets taken away by Reed with 5.5 to play here in the first half. Still 0-0. Aiden Doherty here on Rowan Athletics. McCrelly will pass to her left, her right side to the defensive area of Salisbury. And it will be Ronning to bring the ball in. Ronning with a tough pass to the left. Ball will go out of bounds and be Salisbury ball. Ronning tried to find somebody, but there was no Profs in her passing direction. On the far side, Salisbury will get to the ball. McDormand over to Reed. Past the 40. McCrelly on the near side. Ball gets taken away by the Profs. Over to Elwell, now into Salisbury's defensive area. Larrabee will just pass over to the far side into the sun here in Coach Richard Wacker Stadium. .4:15 to go here in the second quarter. Still a scoreless game. Lots of defensive opportunities by both these teams. Both these teams great defensively. Not much shots have been taken on net.
Yeah, there really hasn't been anything in this second quarter. We still have just 1 shot on goal for both sides. It was Salisbury early in that first quarter to start this game. Got a shot on goal, but nobody has gotten anything since. And we've gotten 6 combined corners, and we just really haven't been able to see any opportunities. 3 combined shots between the 2 teams. It's been mostly Salisbury dominating some of the possession, but here in the second quarter, Rowan has had a lot of the possession, but they haven't been able to go all the way down the field to the right side. It's been Salisbury who's been able to have a couple of those opportunities near the shooting circle.
And Salisbury's attacking zone, ball stays in and will go to McClellan from Huntyman. McClellan gets a ball into the air. Ball will go to Salisbury again. McDormand trying to make space, but she'll stick with the ball still. McDormand going to her right side. A good chance, Giuliano trying to get to the ball, but the ref blows the whistle right before the shot. So Rowan will take over again, and it will be Herman to look for any open player. Herman will just pass to her left side to Gray. And now here's Palumbo trying to clear out for the Profs outside of Salisbury's attack. Ref blows a whistle. Profs still with the ball. Almost getting to her stick is Kaufman for Salisbury. And now Salisbury gets the ball back with a little over 2 to play here in the first half of play. Gray going in, Jenna Gray finding an opportunity into the box, the circle. Ref will blow a whistle again. It will be Salisbury ball with a takeaway intercepted by McClelland. Pass was going to Ramsey Kaufman. McClelland using the right side. Ball will go into the end zone on the right side of this Rowan Prof football field. As the clock is still ticking, the Profs still with possession. It'll be on the corner, it'll be Ronning. It will not be a corner, it'll be around that area now. It'll be McClelland taking it from the right wing area. And the ball taken away by Salisbury as Huntyman trying to get past a couple Prof players. And Herman with a great defensive part on Huntyman. Around the middle of the field. McCrelly, the ref blows the whistle. McCrelly still sticking with the ball, keeping it in her stick. And Profs will have possession again. Ball will go back to Palumbo. Palumbo, 11 goals this season, 2 versus William Patterson on Wednesday night. And then the other 2-goal scorer on Wednesday night, Sidney Patterson. Ball gets taken away by McDormand for Salisbury. Rowan work with the ball again. McClelland will just pass out of bounds to the right side. Try to look for Ronning there. And
clock's ticking downwards. 30 seconds left here in the first half. Haven't gotten a shot on goal in this quarter. And Salisbury looks like they'll be the last team to get an opportunity, but a nice defensive play there by Rowan.
And it's Merrick with the ball now around the middle of the field, looking for a chance. Battaloni has some open space around the 20-yard line on the right side. Battaloni, and the ref will blow a whistle as the clock is ticking, and the clock will stop with 7.4. A little bit of a, looks like a Profs will have the ball with 7.4, looking to get one more opportunity here before halftime. Yoakum passing in, looking to clear out. Salisbury will clear out. Radaball will clear out, and that will do it for the first half of play between the Rowan Profs and the Salisbury Seagulls. And, excuse me, that was Madeline Reed. That looked like Madeline Reed who cleared out for Salisbury. But again, 0-0 score between the Rowan Profs and the Salisbury Seagulls. 2 exciting teams in all of D3 field hockey. A difficult test for the Rowan Profs out of conference, but they've been able to do their part defensively on this Salisbury team, and a lot of great defense has been played.
Yeah, great defense has been played, and this is probably the one thing where Rowan has looked at how did Salisbury lose in their one loss, and they lost 1-0 in that game against Shenandoah. And if you're Rowan, you might be saying, hey, maybe we have to take the same exact approach and saying, let's shut them down, hold them to 0, and let's see if we can find ourselves 1 goal and get out of here with a nice ranked win against Salisbury, who currently ranks number 2. But we saw nothing offensively really in that first half, just 1 shot on goal. We saw 6 corners, 3 total shots, just a complete non-factor, the offenses so far, as both defenses have really taken upon them to bunker down and try to stop these offenses from taking advantage and scoring and taking the lead.
And dating back to October 9th, the Prof defense has been able to just keep their roll going in their 5-game winning streak, as the Profs have scored 26 goals and have only allowed 1, and that 1 goal was against TC&J on October 16th in a big win last Wednesday. And with a 0-0 score, the Profs have been able to just show their chances and stop opportunities and just keep the mindset going. And that's what they need to do going into the second half. But we'll be right back in about a little over 8 minutes here. Aiden Ray alongside Aiden Doherty. Halftime between the Rowan Profs and Salisbury Seagulls. We'll be right back here on Rowan Athletics.
If I lose, I'll respond with respect.
If I win, I'll back it up with humility.
If I fail, I'll rise up with honor. It's tough for us to put it all on the line.
Don't undo my hard work with poor sportsmanship.
Respect. It's the name of the game.
In one word, if I had to describe Trifecta Therapeutics,
if I had to describe Trifecta in one word, it would be empower. The purpose of Trifecta Therapeutics would be to empower the athletic community.
I just really like the population of having active individuals and people who really want to get back, doing whatever they could to get back and want to be part of that process.
We want them to feel like this is an environment where they belong and where they're going to get the best possible care.
This is a professional environment. They're all working with their doctor of physical therapy, but I want them to be comfortable and fun.
Not only do we want to rehab you from your injuries, we want to get you to an optimal place as an athlete.
My clients are also there. They're active, they're hungry, they all want to get back to something.
They're focused and they're dedicated. That's a perfect combination.
You really want to be challenged and get to your goals faster. That's what I would say come here.
Across divisions, sports, championships, and schools for nearly 500,000 student athletes. College sports create lifelong opportunity, and that starts with education. We've raised the academic bar, so more are earning degrees, creating healthier campuses by working with the nation's brightest minds, and making sure more have the chance to succeed and are supported on their journey. But beyond the numbers, it's about opportunity, and we're working to provide it for every student athlete.
Passion's love. Passion is love for what you do. Because I think when you face challenges, it comes down to how much you want it and how much you love it. Passion is what keeps you going forward. Seeing so many people that were like-minded and so hardworking in their sport and academics, being surrounded by like-minded people makes you want to be more passionate. I think it pushes you to a different level that maybe you didn't think you had, and you can do the best of both worlds and love all of it.
Number 32, Kyle Hornsby.
Inside the 30, touchdown. Michaela birds it. An incredible finish by Hall.
The NCAA and its member schools offer nearly 500,000 college athletes a path to go pro in something other than sports. Learn more at ncaa.org.
Proportion to me is the lived experience of our Division III student athletes. They balance life from an academic perspective and the rigors of competing at a high level, bonding with teammates and building lifelong friendships. But they also are involved in their communities. They work jobs and internships and volunteer. They've learned to be resilient. Diverse experiences are setting them up for the future.
At Rowan University, we are forever forward, driving innovation, inspiring tomorrow's leaders and problem solvers, ensuring access to an education that's designed for an ever-changing world. We're improving life through groundbreaking research, advancing healthcare, business, science, technology, and more. Rowan University, leading forever forward for 100 years.
I believe sportsmanship is a mutual admiration and respect for your fellow competitors. We all go through a lot to reach the point where we compete against one another. It's important to realize that. So once we're finally on the field or on the court or on the starting block, we look at each other as fellow human beings and not just competitors. Being able to recognize the hard work that other athletes are putting in creates a more positive and inclusive environment.
On September 4th, 1923, the first students in Rowan University's first century stepped into their own future and began to establish a legacy that would grow exponentially beyond their noble calling as teachers, beyond anything the founders could imagine, with each generation striving as learners, as pioneers and leaders, as artists and communicators, as colleagues and competitors, as friends who became family, as professors invested in potential, as students who came to college to better themselves and create a better future for others. From the beginning, more than time marched forward, the institution and its environs evolved. Dreamers asked, what if? Explorers asked, where next? Leaders asked, why not? And each time, thinkers and doers found a way together, beyond the horizon, beyond expectations, beyond what anyone could have done alone. At the start of our 2nd century, excellence is still our standard. Service is still our mission, to teach and inspire, to heal and help. Rowan University proudly celebrates 100 years, honoring all who made it possible to become who we are today, and the promise of all we aspire to in our 2nd century.
Comprehensive learning is being able to adapt to experiences and apply the things that I learned. Being an athlete and juggling academics helped me grow as a person, and things that I've learned, I was able to apply it in another field, putting them into everyday life. Developing comprehensive learning helped me prioritize certain things to make sure I get to where I want to be.
I had numerous family members who've been taken away from heart disease and stroke. That drove me to pursue knowledge about health and well-being. Playing college football gave me an opportunity to get myself into college.
Goes to Parks. He's in the end zone.
That's when I decided that I want to go into personal trainer. I felt I would have a great opportunity to share my knowledge about well-being within Detroit. I hope to reach as many people as I can.
At Rowan University, our momentum is unstoppable, pushing forward, pushing boundaries, and blazing our own path. We don't wait for the future, we make it, preparing new leaders to face the challenges of tomorrow, creating innovative pathways to earn a degree on your terms, attracting a community of unique students who are ready to make their mark on the world. So make your mark and be unstoppable at Rowan University.
Football is time.
Back here from Coach Richard Wacker Stadium here in Glassboro, as the 2nd half of play is about to start between the Rowan Profs and the Salisbury Seagulls on a beautiful fall afternoon here at the end of October, right near Halloween. Rowan and Salisbury tied 0-0. A great defensive game so far, Aiden. It has been lots of defense, not much scoring action, but both these teams are just getting the job done, going out there and just showing, both are just showing the ways to just compete and just lock in.
Yeah, both teams clearly had a plan of not allowing the other high-powered offense to try to get on the board. Some great bunkering down defense, but at some point you got to score, right? So I think we might start to see some different strategies as we head into the 2nd half, and we'll see if Rowan, who looks like they're trying to converge quickly, and maybe they'll try to be the aggressors in this afternoon's game.
Looking to be the aggressors. Mia Foti was trying to get an opportunity onto that, and now, like, they just need to keep taking advantage, and right now it is Demodna with the ball. So yeah, different strategies that both Michelle Andre and Dawn Chamberlain both need to make for the 2nd half. As Paige Gray passes over to Palumbo, past midfield. It's Foti. Ball goes over to Battaloni. Around the middle to Merrick. Merrick looking for a shot, goes to the right side, and it'll go into the back of the end zone, out of bounds. And it will be Salisbury ball in the start of the 2nd half of play, a minute into the 3rd quarter.
And Salisbury and Rowan seem to find each other all the time across sports. Salisbury in just the coast-to-coast conference here in field hockey, where it's just them and Christopher Newport. So they already have a conference championship up above them. So this is a game where maybe they try to find a way to make sure they head into that conference championship very well run, because you know this team is most likely, not even most likely, definitely going to see the NCAA tournament where they lost in the quarterfinals a year ago to Johns Hopkins. So they are a prestigious program, Salisbury, and today it's going to be a huge test, I think, for them to go on the road and see if they can continue this momentum. Again, they are the better team nationally ranked, but so far lately they've been allowing some goals, kind of. They've allowed 5 goals in their last 4 games, which obviously is a phenomenal number. But for a team like Salisbury that's only allowed 10 goals all year, I think that might be something that they're trying to focus back on.
Definitely something. And Salisbury and Christopher Newport will play on November 9th in the Coast to Coast Championship. But before that, they'll play on the road against TC&J next Saturday. So 2 NJAC teams to end off their regular season. But the main focus right now is the Rowan Profs for Salisbury, and for Rowan, obviously, it has to be Salisbury. And fun fact for that, both these teams will be playing in Salisbury for football tomorrow, as Salisbury is 6-0, Rowan is 3-3 in football. So
that should be a fun one. It's today. I'm sure it's been a fun one so far, watching the defenses go at it, and hopefully we get a fun result. But yeah, these 2 teams, despite not being in the same conference outside of football, where Salisbury is in the NJAC conference for football, due to not many teams having a football program, they're able to play each other. And then now these 2 teams and these 2 programs going at it in field hockey, and a good opportunity here for Rowan to start off this second half.
And it will be a corner for the Profs, the 3rd on the day for Rowan, and the first total in the second half. And Paige Gray will go over to the left side, on the left side of the football field, to the left corner to get a ball in. Paige Gray, one of the goal scorers against William Patterson on Wednesday. The freshman from East Hampton, New Jersey, has 15 starts this season, 2 goals and 4 assists. Has had a great start to her freshman year, her college career so far with field hockey. She gets the ball in. Palumbo with a chance. Ball saved by McIlvain.
What a save.
McIlvain gets her first save on the day on the corner from the Prof. So great job by Salisbury's goalkeeper McIlvain.
Yeah, first shot on goal for Rowan all afternoon long, and it's who exactly you want shooting it and exactly how quick you want her shooting it, as Palumbo got a very nice strike on that one, but a good kick save.
Then open shot is Huntyman. Huntyman, ball go off the pad of Giuliano. Ball go out of bounds. Rowan with the ball again. And it will be Paige Gray to pass over to Tess Herman. And she'll pass over to her right side to McClelland. Profs did have a great chance just now, and a great save by Abby McIlvain, the junior from Newark, Delaware. And here's a great chance. Battaloni over on the right, the left side, the far side of the field in the Prof attacking zone. Salisbury looks to clear. They will get it to midfield. And taking their time, it's McClelland with the ball, with 2 Seagulls there. It looks like Huntyman. Ball go stay in bounds. And it will be looks like a corner for the Seagulls. Their first corner of the second half and their 5th total today.
Yeah, the fans here are definitely not liking that call. You can hear one of the fans yelling, "She fell," which he definitely has a case. That one definitely didn't seem to be too much contact, but definitely a good sell job by Salisbury. That's just part of the game. And a good job there to sell it enough to get the call. And now Salisbury will get a good corner opportunity here as we're still in a scoreless tie.
And Madeline Reed to go to the corner again. The left side on the right side of the football field with a chance. Salisbury with a good opportunity. Ball will go, not go in the net. Good effort by the Profs defense. And the ball will no goal will happen. As Giuliano had a great opportunity. A shot by Arden Huntyman. She was looking for her 16th goal on the season, but Rowan was able to get some great stops.
Yeah, Giuliano, I think, might have gotten one of those arm pads on it, and then their defense did a good job of swarming the ball and not allowing another second opportunity. And here comes Rowan on the counterattack. They're going to try to find a way to turn defense into offense here.
And Fody, ball go, a defensive stop, but now Salisbury with the ball. Giuliano with 2 saves today for Rowan. Now Palumbo trying to make some space over to Toll. Toll passing in. Profs have a chance, it's Merrick. Ball go out of bounds on the left side, far left side of Coach Richard Wacker Stadium, and bringing the ball in is Alexa Ronning. She'll pass to her left side. Cleland passing into Gray. Ref blows a whistle. It'll be Salisbury ball. the Seagulls will take over. Williams, great try to get her stick up. Now it's McClelland trying to make some space with 2 Seagull defenders on her. She'll stick with the ball. Ball will go into the air to Fody, Mia Fody, and now Salisbury gets the ball back. Fody on defense. Ball gets passed to Demodna. Demodna over to Huntiman. Huntiman on the right side in the circle area in the Salisbury attack, and ball will go right to Tess Herman, and it will be Rowan Prof ball with halfway through the 3rd quarter of play. This time it will be Paige Gray. 3 Seagulls there. Ball will go to Toll. Merrick will pass to her right side to Ronning. Ball will go off of a stick. Ball will stay in bounds. Now racing for it is Elwell on the left far side. In the Prof attacking zone, Radaball. Profs have the ball in the box area of Rowan. Salisbury clears. Ref blows a whistle. Salisbury with the ball again. Past midfield where the Prof logo is. Radaball. Ball will stick with Salisbury in their favor. Demodna to her right. Ball will get taken away by the Profs. Will be Palumbo, who adds some space. And now Reed will get the steal on Ali Palumbo. So Madeline Reed, one of the important defensemen on this team, leads Salisbury's team in assists with 9 this season, and she has started in all 14 games coming into today. So now Demodna, ball gets stolen by Paige Gray. Gray will pass on the near side to Pavlichin. Ball gets taken away again. Now it's Reed over to Demodna. Demodna passing in. Herman, ball will go off her stick. Ball will stay in Salisbury's favor. And they have another chance. Ref blows a whistle. With 6:37 to go here in the 3rd, still a scoreless game. Aiden Ray alongside Aiden Doherty here on Rowan Athletics for a Rowan field hockey matchup down the stretch in this later part of the season. And here's Pavlichin, who will pass to, looks like Elwell, but ball will get off of a couple Salisbury defenders. Now turned into offense, but now Ali Palumbo will take the ball and pass to her left. Ball will be intercepted by Gelati. Gelati will just pass the ball out of bounds. Paige Gray to take in the ball for the Profs. To Pavlichin.
Good stick work there by Pavlichin to cut it off, and now get the drop for Rowan as Palumbo not able to take advantage of that drop.
Ball taken away by the Seagulls. It's Cooper with the ball on the right side. Ball gets passed to Cooper from Huntiman, and a good defensive stop by the Profs. The Profs do try to clear, and they do.
Heck of a play by Giuliano.
Mariah Giuliano with a fantastic effort on the play, and Rowan's defense has had a great day. The shot by Alex Cooper, and Giuliano has 3 saves today for this Profs team, but again, it will be a corner for the Seagulls. Madeline Reed to go to where she was earlier on the most recent corner for Salisbury. This will be the 6th on the day for the Seagulls. On the right side of the football field, the left side of the end zone. Reed will bring the ball in. Seagulls taking their time. McDormand going to her right. McDormand just finding some space. Backhand. Ball will go out of bounds. Great job by the Profs defense again. But Salisbury will still have the ball again. So with over 5 minutes to play here in the 3rd quarter, still scoreless, lots of defense by 2 exciting teams in D3 field hockey. Reed Ball gets taken away, fighting for the ball, Palumbo, and it will be Prof ball.
Under 5 to go here in the third. It's been all defense. We've seen phenomenal plays by both goalkeepers. We've seen phenomenal plays by both defenses. And the offenses have made some plays now. We've seen Palumbo, we've seen Honeyman also try to make some plays down the near side, but they haven't been able to take advantage.
And ball goes to Paige Gray going out of bounds, and now Gelati will just pass to Reed for the Seagulls. It's now Hannah Johnson with the ball. Johnson passing in, Palumbo trying to get their stick onto the ball with Johnson. Johnson finding a way. Giuliano, ball goes to the left side, out of bounds, and it will be Prof ball on another defensive plays by Rowan. So McClellan will just pass off the ground into the air, back to the Salisbury defense. Salisbury taking up midfield. It was McDormand, and McDormand will get to the ball again. A little bit of confusion by Palumbo and McDormand. Now Palumbo gets to the ball again. And Rowan will have the ball again. Palumbo will pass over to Jenna Gray. And now Larrabee takes the ball back for the Seagulls with a little over 3 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Near side, ball almost going out of bounds, saved by Johnson. But now at the 30-yard line, the Seagulls will have possession again. Cooper passing in. Great defensive part by Herman on the stop. Around the 40, ball gets passed near the Prof logo. Gelati. It's passing to McDormand. And it is Cooper with the ball. The 3 Profs there, Palumbo and Gray. Palumbo attacking, putting the pressure on Gelati. Cooper. And the Profs will take over again. Paige Gray to find somebody. Gray will just pass forward to Gelati, and now Palumbo gets the ball again into the midfield area. Now it's Merrick fighting with McCrelly, so Profs gets the ball past midfield. Fody on the left side. Fody just fighting for the ball. Fody sticks to the ball.
And there was a whistle blown.
And the Profs get another chance. Looks like another corner as the fans are excited. With 1:40 to go in the third, this will be the 4th corner on the day for Rowan. Paige Gray to go to the left side.
There was a whistle, and Madeline Reed, I don't think heard it, I guess, because she kept trying to fight and tussle with Mia Fody. And even though she stopped in the meantime, she didn't stop right after that whistle. She stopped for about a second, and then she just decided to keep trying to attack, and that could come back to cost Salisbury here if Rowan's able to take advantage. 1:40 left here in the third.
Gray passes to Fody. Rotting, looking for a chance. Ball will not go in the net. Gray with a shot. Gray sticks with the ball. And the Profs will still have possession. It will be another corner again for Rowan. Back-to-back corners down the stretch here in the third quarter of play. And Paige Gray will go back where she belongs, into the same spot to bring the ball in for the Profs.
Yeah, great job by Salisbury there. They were all swarming the Profs, but still another corner.
Ronning passes back to Gray. Gray sticks with the ball, trying to pass in. And Salisbury will clear out, and they will not prevent anything on this corner effort. Ball goes into the air and will go out of bounds. With a minute 01 to go in the third. Profs had some opportunities, 3 shots today and 1 on goal. And now it's Gray passing over to the middle to Merrick, and with 2 Seagulls there, it will be Seagull ball. McDormand passing over to the right side. Ball stays in bounds. Hunteman with a fantastic effort keeping the ball out. Hunteman still fighting. And Herman will have a chance, but a foul will be called, and it will be a corner for Salisbury.
Oh, that's tough.
A difficult situation for Tess Herman, but it will be a corner for the Salisbury Seagulls, and this will be the 7th on the day.
Yeah, it looked like a good defensive play initially, but must have just not gotten away with trying to poke check that ball out of there. And now here comes Salisbury with an opportunity. We're starting to see the pace pick up. 35 seconds left in the third. Somehow still 0-0, but Salisbury's trying to respond.
Reed just passes in. Shot is, it's a goal for Salisbury, and they get on the board late here in the 3rd quarter. It is now 1-0 Seagulls, and it looks like it was Caitlin Damadna, excuse me. It was Marley McDormand who scored for Salisbury. A bit of a confusion. Marley McDormand on the assist by Madeline Reed. So Salisbury gets a chance on the corner. It's now 1-0 Seagulls late here in the 3rd quarter. So
and McDormand scores her 8th goal of the year. She's now 2nd on the team in goals, only trailing Honeyman, who is definitely way ahead of the pack with 15. But now McDormand's tied with Horner with 8 goals for 2nd place on the team. And you just knew that was happening at some time soon, Ray. You knew that, you know, Salisbury kept knocking on the door, and initially you thought at some point they would try to respond and be able to respond, and they're able to get a nice strike by McDormand, and there they are, already up 1-0. We finally got our first goal of the game, and it's in favor of the Seagulls, and now they'll just be able to bunker down for the last 15 minutes to try to get out of here and get back on the buses to Salisbury, Maryland with a victory.
And that ends the 3rd quarter play. 4th quarter starting in a little over a minute and a half. 1-0 Salisbury over Rowan, and as we have talked about, Marley McDormand scores her 8th goal in the season. She scored in back-to-back games. She scored a goal against Williams on October 19th, and now she gets herself on the board against the Rowan Profs. And 4th quarter about to start in a minute 20, so in Profs' last home game of the regular season before they have 2 road games to wrap off the regular season campaign. So they need to score here. They need to get an opportunity. It may be an out-of-conference game, but it's a great test, especially for the future of the schedule. Potentially NJAC, NCAA, anything could happen. So this is a great test for Rowan, and they've been able to play great defense, but the Marley McDormand goal being the first score of the game, they need to score if they want to come out here with a victory.
Yeah, obviously Salisbury up 1-0 here as we're about to head towards the start of the 4th quarter. But one thing about this game, and I'm not going to try to downplay this game, is I think Rowan, Salisbury, these are very important for both of these teams before they head into their conference playoffs, and in Rowan's case at least head to more conference games, as Salisbury only has 1 conference game, and that's against Christopher Newport, who they've already beaten this season. But to me, for Rowan, this is kind of like a reset. Like, hey, let's look, where have we come so far through this year? Because you've been able to beat 5 teams in a row, 4 of those being NJAC, but you've now gone almost a 3-week stretch without playing a ranked team. And you hung tough with some of those ranked teams, but now you're facing the best ranked team you're going to face all year long. You faced Johns Hopkins, you lost 3-0, but that was the 3rd game of the year on September 7th. It almost feels like a different lifetime ago that game occurred. And now Rowan trying to do a reset here against Salisbury to see how they match up against these top teams. And currently, they look like they belong on the field with Salisbury, which is a huge win for them, but it would also be even bigger if they could come out with the W. But looking at just Rowan as a team before they head into their next 2 NJAC games and the conference playoffs, I mean, I think that so far you've been pleased with what you've seen from your defense, from your goalkeeper and Giuliano. But now, hey, we got 15 minutes. Let's go try to win this thing.
15 minutes left here in Glassboro between the Profs and the Seagulls. Profs definitely need their right mindset, lock in. Fody trying to stick with the ball inbound. She will keep the ball inbounds on the pass from Battleoni, and the Seagulls will take it away. And back to what I was mentioning, and Props will have it back, but for Marley McDormand, she has scored in 6 consecutive games dating back to September 28th that she has played in. So she has been able to score a lot of goals this season. She gets herself on the board for Rowan, but Salisbury, but Rowan needs to potentially score, but there's a lot of open space for Huntiman. With 3 profs out in the defensive area, Huntiman will try to get a pass out. Giuliano will just kick the ball with her right foot, and it will be a corner for Salisbury again.
Yeah, the only issue is you kicked it right into the foot of the defender. And now that'll draw a whistle, and like you mentioned, a corner. And that's why you see some arguing, because it wasn't necessarily intentional, and it kind of just happened, and nobody was even really in the area for Salisbury, so it just doesn't feel like that should be a call, but it is the call. And now Salisbury, they've scored on their last corner, will get another opportunity here.
And it is Madeline Reed in the corner. She assisted Marley McDormand on the most recent corner that the Seagulls had. So it's Reed again to McDormand. It looks like McDormand. Ball will go out off to the left stick. So a great job on the corner by the Props defense, but it will still be Salisbury ball. And for Madeline Reed, she has 10 assists now this season, leads the team in assists, and has shown why she's a really key defenseman in just D3 hockey, D3 field hockey as a whole, but especially the coast-to-coast conference with Salisbury and Christopher Newport. Around the 50-yard line, Salisbury ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Prof ball with 13:18 to play here in the 4th quarter.
When you look at Salisbury as a team, now 55 goals on the year. I mean, Aiden, they've only allowed 10. I mean, that is just something phenomenal. Only allowing 10 goals all year long in Salisbury. And their offense has been great as well. I mean, 55 goals is no joke. They're averaging about 4 a game, just under it. And Rowan's done a good job holding them to under that mark, only with 1 here. But Salisbury's defense is tough. It's going to be hard to get 2 goals out of them. But Rowan's offense does have the star power to possibly do so.
Ball goes off of Fody's stick and goes out of bounds. So Johnson will bring in the ball for the Seagulls. And now with the ball is Palumbo for the Profs. Both teams playing the middle of the field. Ball goes out of bounds for Gelati. And Ali Palumbo will take the ball, she'll just put the ball into the yellow line. And Paige Gray to take in, passing to her right side to Herman. Herman to McClelland. McClelland just using the far side of the field into the sun here on Coach Richard Wacker Stadium, home of the Rowan Cross football team and field hockey team. Salisbury with the ball again, but it will be, the refs will blow a whistle. So in the sport of field hockey, a lot of fouls are usually seen. 47 today for Salisbury, 38 for Rowan. And there's been a lot of fouls, but it is Rowan prop ball. A little bit of a collision there. It will be a corner for the Profs with 11:33 to go. The Profs, this is a big opportunity. Down 1, they are looking to just, with the right mindset, just taking the corner and just try to get something out of it, because right now you're down 1-0, allowed a goal late in the 3rd quarter. Got to fight back right now.
Yeah, some confusion on the call as well, as we've seen a couple bang-bang plays by the referees, and right there they're gonna give Rowan a corner. You're starting to see some of the fans here come to life. A good amount of Salisbury Seagulls fans coming, out here to Glassboro, New Jersey, but the Rowan faithful trying to see a goal for the first time this afternoon for the Profs.
Ball goes in, Tess Herman with the ball. Herman going to her right, and it's another corner. The Prof bench is excited, and the Profs.
Looks like I think they might reward him with a penalty shot.
It is a penalty. It is a penalty shot. A bit of confusion, excuse me, on that. 11:26 to go in the fourth. Saw the Prof bench was excited on that.
And they're going to bring in a goalie substitution for this penalty shot. I guess a specialist. You know, you see sometimes in soccer you have a penalty shot specialist, and here field hockey they're going to do the same. So they're going to bring in Murphy Lawson, who's now going to come in and be the goalkeeper, at least I assume for this shot possibly. Alexa Ronning, I think, is going to be the one taking this shot. I was personally here the last game I was here for. She was able to score on the penalty shot. She scooped it to the left side. Let's see what she does here.
Alexa Ronning taking the penalty shot on Murphy Lawson, the freshman. And Ronning just takes and scores on the left side, the left bottom part of the goal. Alexa Ronning gets the penalty shot. We are tied up here at 1 with 11:26 to go in the fourth. Good effort by Alexa Ronning, getting her 5th goal on the season.
And that was just perfect. I mean, you were able to find exactly where you needed to find to get it past the freshman goalkeeper, who will now come and sub off the field as well. So they'll bring back in, you know, the original goalkeeper. But that's just an interesting strategy, Aiden. I think that's something where, you know, we do see some teams having penalty shot specialists, at least when you look at soccer. And I haven't seen that in field hockey before. I've never seen a goalkeeper change when it comes to a penalty shot in at least my double-digit games that I've done for Rowan. So that was something special to see. It was a good effort, a possible almost save by Lawson, but Ronning put it in a perfect spot to the left side, pretty much hugging the post.
Lawson, of course, came in goal for the penalty shot by Ronning. Ronning had it made a penalty kick goal on October 16th against TC&J to win 2-1, the game-winning goal in that game. And now today ties the game at 1 on her penalty. She's been able to take advantage of those in this later stretch of the season. And it's now Palumbo with the ball, passing over. 2 Profs there, Merrick over to Fody. Fody making some space with herself. Fody. And it will be another foul. Profs will have the ball again as Palumbo with 10:30 to go in the fourth. Palumbo, ball's intercepted by the Seagulls.
Nice poke check, but it doesn't matter.
McDormand will still stick with the ball. McDormand, the lone goal scorer for Salisbury. Alexa Ronning, the lone goal scorer for Rowan. And now it's Palumbo to bring the ball in. And now the ball taken away by Salisbury. Right to Herman. Herman with 1 Seagull defender on her. Radabaugh. And the Profs will still have an opportunity here in the box. Elwell now. Salisbury looking to get the ball out. Now the ball's taken away. No, it will not be. Salisbury will get the ball back. Looks like it would have been a takeaway for the Profs. Profs have the ball again. This time Ronning over to the middle to Elwell. Elwell. Salisbury clears out. Ronning with the pressure on the far side. 9:10 to go here in the fourth quarter.
Now it's a different strategy being forced for Salisbury. Is when you saw they were up 1-0, they were able to finally get the first goal of the game late in the third. You're thinking, oh, all they got to do is park the bus, you know, and bunker down on defense, and then you allow a goal, and now you almost have to completely change, you know, your mindset is now they're going to have to go on the offensive attack more than I think they originally wanted after they went up 1-0. They thought they could have trusted their defense. It's only allowed 10 goals all year, but Rowan was able to get the 11th goal they've allowed all year.
Bunch of more attack on Salisbury now. Bunch more pressure. Both these teams got to just keep locking in and focusing with a little over 8 minutes to play here in the fourth. Demodna on the near side with Palumbo on her. Palumbo will stick with the Seagulls. Demodna going in, and Profs look to clear out. No, they will not. Ball will stick with, it will be Prof ball. It will be Palumbo. Ball gets taken away by McDormand. And now ball gets taken away again by Colombo.
Oh, nice backhand.
A backhanded pass to past the middle of the field.
It was a whistle that was blown, I think. I didn't hear anything, but everybody kind of stopped playing, so a drop for Salisbury, but didn't exactly hear the whistle, but we'll see if Salisbury can look to take advantage here on the right side.
Still Siegel ball with 7:28 to go in the fourth quarter. Gelati, and it will stick with Salisbury. Ball stick with Salisbury. Paige Gray trying to find some space and clear out for the Profs. Gray still fighting with it to Wenzel. Gray will take in again to Elwell. Ball will go into the defensive part of the Seagulls. Larrabee over to Johnson. Around midfield, past midfield is McDormand. McDormand with the ball again. McDormand will pass in to the right side of the net. Ball go to the right side and go into the end zone, not go in. So the Profs have the ball again as the clock is ticking with 6:37 to go in the fourth. Herman passes to the right, around the far side of the field. Profs do have it. And the refs will blow a whistle. As the clock does stop, it will be Salisbury ball with a little under 6.5 to play in regulation. Ball gets intercepted by Jenna Gray. Profs will have the ball again. This time McClelland gets the ball into the air. Gelati will pass in to McDormand. And the ball will go out of bounds. A bit of a more difficult pass, but Salisbury will get the ball. And now Salisbury will still stick with the ball. Gelati will bring the ball in again. Profs get to the ball again. Ball gets past the stick of Wenzel. One game between Rowan and Salisbury. Aiden Ray alongside Aiden Doherty here on Rowan Athletics. It's McDormand going to her left. McDormand into the Profs defensive area. It will be a corner for the Seagulls. And that will be their 9th on the day with 5:17 to go in the fourth.
Yeah, good job on McDormand, who was able to get inside the shooting circle, had 3 Profs around her, found a way to spin and then also get a shot off and drawing the foul. And now it'll be a corner like you mentioned. And Salisbury, we've seen they were able to score their lone goal off a corner, and it was set up for McDormand. We'll see if they try to go back to that same recipe.
Reed brings the ball in. McDormand with a shot goes past the right side. And another goal played on defense by Rowan, but it was a very hard shot taken and it went really fast. But now the Profs have the ball again on the shot by McDormand. McDormand has 4 shots today, 2 on goal, and 1 of them going into the net. So still a 1-1 game.
And the funny thing about that McDormand shot is it didn't go in the cage, but it went to the backup cage that's currently sitting on that right side of the back of the end zone. So, hey, if you want to count that for some fun, you could count it. But sadly, it was a hard shot, but it was just a little bit off to the right. As they try to go to McDormand, who has the lone goal today, like we mentioned, and almost was able to find a way to get another.
Bit of an interesting shot taken by McDormand into the Salisbury attacking zone. Huntingman, and it will stick in Salisbury's favor, and it'll be another corner as the clock does stop, and this will be the 10th on the day for the Seagulls. So the Profs, again, in a difficult situation. The Seagulls have gotten a goal on the corner today, but this is another chance for the Profs to use on defense. It's Reed in the corner again. Reed will bring in to McDormand. Will just pass to her left to Hunteman. Hunteman with a shot will not go in. Salisbury will still have a chance. And the Rowan Profs with a great effort again. They just don't stop at all. They're just showing a lot of fight and grit into their defensive part.
Yeah, great job by Palumbo and Tess Herman as well. Both of them in there causing havoc, wreaking havoc, and they were able to force, the drop in their favor. And now Rowan tried to go on the counterattack with Salisbury, bringing in all the energy, it looks like, so far after Rowan was able to get the equalizer.
Pass midfield, Merrick will pass over to the far side to Jenna Gray. Ball's intercepted by the Seagulls. And now Gray gets the ball back. And here is Battaloni. Battaloni, one of the goal scorers against William Patterson on Wednesday. So Salisbury will have the ball again with 3 minutes to go here in regulation time. A 1-1 game between two exciting teams in all of field hockey. Rowan out of the NJAC in field hockey and Salisbury out of the coast to coast. Both teams in the NJAC only in football, but this is seen as an out-of-conference game for other sports, especially like field hockey. And here's Palumbo on defense with DeModna. DeModna will just pass to her left on the backhand. And Jenna Gray will get to the ball with McCrelly. And McCrelly will fall down. It looks like a foul.
These two teams play each other in football tomorrow, but currently it's field hockey today. But right there, it looked like some tackling. Just, I guess, got their legs caught up. But we've seen the intensity pick up here. And you can hear it probably on the broadcast. Some of the fans in front of us as well getting loud for both sides. And now you're starting to see it from the players.
Fans are getting pumped into this game at this point of the game with under 2.5 to play. Still a 1-1 game between the Rowan Profs and the Salisbury Seagulls. Refs will blow a whistle again, so 1:52, clock is ticking. Larrabee will just pass over to her left side to Williams. Clock being burned a little bit. Ball will go out of bounds on the pass. It will be Rowan ball. Rowan will have a chance.
Under a minute 30 now.
With under a minute 30, under a minute 30. To the exact a minute 16 here in the fourth. It is Fody looking to bring the ball in. Ball is brought into Gray with Williams on her. McDormand going over to the middle. Pass midfield. McDormand sticking with the ball. Ball gets stolen by Toll for the Profs. And now we'll go to Battaloni over to Toll. Toll over to Battaloni again. Battaloni on defense with Larrabee. Larrabee will pass. Pass will go out of bounds. 35 seconds left in regulation. It is McClelland to pass. Gets the ball into the air off the ground. In the attacking front for the Profs.
20 seconds now.
Clock is ticking. Salisbury with the ball. Salisbury looking for something at least to end regulation as the clock ticks with 3 seconds. Rowan trying to get into the zone, and that will do it for regulation here in Glassboro between the Rowan Profs and the Salisbury Seagulls. And late in the second half, a 1-1 game before overtime. A 5-minute period of overtime will start in the first overtime, and it looks like 7 players will be out on the field and the goalkeepers. And stuff we got to mention about the second half. So in the third quarter, late in the third quarter, Marley McDormand was able to put the Seagulls on the board. And then in the fourth quarter, a penalty shot by Alexa Ronning knots the game at 1. So 1-1 game, great defenses, a lot more offensive opportunities were taken in the second half. So it was really exciting to see, and it's a really close game as we were about to head into overtime in under 5 minutes, Doc, Aiden.
Yeah, we got 5 minutes. As you can see, Rowan's team was getting ready, and here you see both teams at midfield huddling up right before they head out to overtime because, look, here in overtime, it's sudden death, and then there's also a possible shootout after it as well. But between Salisbury and Rowan, I think it's a huge part. Rowan has gotten the number 2 ranked team in Salisbury to overtime. And now, like I said before the fourth quarter began, now it's time to see, you've gotten the morale victory, but now it's time to win it. And now, right here, you might be able to possibly win this game in overtime.
Definitely a potential chance. As right now, we are under 4 minutes until overtime. I'm Aiden Ray alongside Aiden Doherty. We'll be right back in just a little bit for overtime here on Rowan Athletics between the Rowan Profs and the Salisbury Seagulls. Welcome back here from Coach Richard Wacker Stadium here in Glassboro, New Jersey. The Rowan Profs and the Salisbury Seagulls tied 1-1 as we're about to enter the overtime period here today. As overtime, we got 7 players out on the field for each team, including goalkeepers. So looks like a 10-minute period of overtime for the Profs and the Seagulls as we are underway here in overtime. Sudden death between these two teams. It is Reed, and it looks like a prop possession.
A lot of space out here. That's the best thing about overtime. It's like hockey. There's less players, so now you get some more space, and one of these teams could possibly take advantage.
And in ice hockey, it's usually 3-on-3 in overtime in regular season play, but field hockey, we got a 7-on-7. Ball goes off of Ronning's stick and go out of bounds. So Salisbury to have the ball again. It is Larrabee. So again, lots of spaces Aiden mentioned. Definitely a huge factor going into this overtime period because it was 11-on-11 in regulation. So Profs have the ball in their attacking zone. It will be Palumbo with the ball. Palumbo just to pass. Gets the ball back. Passing to an open Ronning. Ronning, the only goal scorer for the Profs today, with a great chance. The ball is saved by McIlvain. McIlvain preventing a goal, and the Seagulls will take over with 8.5 to play in this overtime period.
Wow, that was one heck of an opportunity to start off this overtime period. A good job getting over there to save it and block it, but up that pass and somehow found all the way through a bunch of the Seagulls and Profs.
Gray just passing to Merrick. Merrick trying to stick onto the ball. Just passes over with a chance. Merrick, Salisbury to clear. Now ball goes right to Palumbo. Palumbo trying to make some space. And now Salisbury has some, there's open space for it looks like Radabaugh. And it will be Salisbury ball still. Salisbury in the attack. After the effort, excuse me, that was Hunteman with the ball, who was able to use her open space. So clock is ticking, 7.5 to play in this overtime period. McDormand, a pass to the right to Palumbo. Ball going under her stick. She keeps the ball in bounds though. Ball's taken by Hunteman. Hunteman with the ball in the attack for Salisbury, and the Profs will clear. And it looks like Salisbury, the ref was a whistle.
Some confusion.
Confusion. Michelle Andre saying it should be Prof ball. Jenna Gray coming off for Lily Battaloni. It is Salisbury ball. Reed passing in, and the Profs will clear and get the ball. It's Tess Herman to take the ball in. Just pass to her left side to Palumbo. 7-on-7, a lot of space. Ball gets taken away by the Seagulls. It is McDormand. McDormand with Herman on her. McDormand with an open net. McDormand, ball will go out into the hands of Giuliano. And it will still be Salisbury ball. It will be, looks like, a corner for the Seagulls.
Yeah, good job there, being on the attack end. Is, you know, over time, it's a interesting strategy because you might have to sacrifice an offensive player for a defensive player in order to win this game. And Salisbury here with a lot of attackers now. You know, we'll see if they can take advantage here. But now, not only is there more field or space on the field for overtime, that's also a big part in corners. Corners are much easier to execute when there's only about 7 to 8 players in the area.
3 players in the circle area. Reed in the corner, taking the corner again. Reed to McDormand. McDormand with the shot. Saved by Giuliano. Great save by Mariah Giuliano. Ball goes to Battaloni. Battaloni trying to clear. Ball goes to Merrick, and it'll be Seagull ball, but a fantastic save by Mariah Giuliano.
Second time, maybe even third time we've seen her use the kick save, and right there we saw it in its prime example, back against the wall. The game ends if that ball finds the back of the cage. We're wrapping up the game right now if she doesn't make that save. So a phenomenal job by her. And look, they're getting physical out here all after these whistles. And now both these teams have just been about halfway through overtime. And Salisbury and Rowan both have had equal advantages.
McDormand with a chance. McDormand with an open net, and the ball goes to the right side with an open net. So McDormand had a great chance.
Yeah.
And Rowan will have the ball again. So Giuliano has just shown off in net tonight, just been putting up a fight. As Rowan will have the ball again on the right side of the field. It's Ali Palumbo to take the ball in. Palumbo looking for some space over. Ball into the 15-yard line. Larrabee will just hit the ball out of bounds with her stick. Palumbo to Gray. Gray sticking with the ball. Ball will go into the hands. It will be Prof ball again. It will be Tess Herman with the ball. Herman on her right side. Herman trying to get a move, and she will not. So Herman will have the ball again, though. Try to get a move through Reed, it looked like. Herman going in. Herman sticking with the ball and getting physical is Herman and Reed. And now Herman sticking with the ball again, and it will be a Prof corner, looks like, again. The clock does stop, and it looks like another advantage in Rowan's favor.
Yeah, good job by Tess Herman. She got bumped, she got bruised, but she stayed up on her feet, found her way inside between a couple of Siegel defenders, and now a prime opportunity for the Rowan Profs. 4:10 left in overtime, and they could possibly walk off right here if they're able to execute this corner to a T.
Showing her physicality on that, and now it is Gracie Merrick to go to the corner, this time for the Profs. With 4:10 to go in this overtime period, Merrick will pass. Ronning, the shot is saved. A great save by McIlvain. Bit of a confusion. It was a very tough shot by Ronning, but Salisbury was able to get out of it. So now with the ball is the Seagulls. And now taken away, Profs do not take the ball away. So Reed will take the ball for Salisbury. And the clock is ticking, 3:32 to go in this overtime period. Left side, DeModna. DeModna, two Profs there, and the Profs with a great defensive job. This time, Jenna Gray with the ball. But now, the Profs do get it back to Battaloni with the ball. Battaloni looking for an open Prof. But now Reed gets to the ball again. It's with Jenna Gray on her. Ball will go out of bounds. Excuse me, it will stay inbounds instead. Cooper with Herman on her. Herman gets the ball back. Tess Herman gets the ball back.
Play.
What a play by Tess Herman. Passing into Jenna Gray. Gray looking in with a chance. Physical on Elwell. Elwell, nothing is called. The fans are not happy at all. Salisbury getting down the field. And now the Profs get to the ball again. It's Palumbo with the ball. Palumbo getting down the field. It'll be Prof ball still. Palumbo. Palumbo finding a shot. Palumbo, she scores! Ali Palumbo scores and the Profs win! 2-1 over number 2 ranked Salisbury. What an effort by Palumbo. She gets her 12th goal in the season and gives the Profs the win. Their 6th straight win down the stretch here in this season. What a job here in overtime by the Rowan Profs.
A heck of a win. All you can do is wonder How did they find a way to pull this off? The number 2 ranked team, Salisbury. Ali Palumbo takes it upon herself, gets into the shooting circle, fires, finds the back of the cage, and a massive win for the Rowan Profs. They defeat and climb the mountain and beat one of the best teams in all of Division III field hockey, and Rowan has put themselves back on the map as we head late into the regular season. A huge win for Rowan.
Climbing the map is such a great way to put it. Profs improved to 10-7 on the season. They've won their 6th consecutive game, and in their last regular season game at home, they get for the season, they get a 2-1 victory over number 2 ranked Salisbury. Salisbury falls to 13-2. A hard-fought game for both these teams. And it was a really exciting and fun game to be able to broadcast, and for the watching point, defenses were able to be light out, and the 2 goals for the Profs late down the stretch after Marley McDormand scored late in the 3rd quarter, but the Profs did not give up at all. Alexa Roding took advantage of the penalty, and Ali Palumbo just seals the deal in overtime for the Profs. So a big, big win over the Salisbury Seagulls.
Just massive. I mean, you cannot talk about this enough. The effort of Mariah Giuliano in net, or cage, I should say. And then just the team as a whole, the defense was strong. Tess Herman leading the way defensively. Also, Ali Palumbo made a couple of nice defensive plays, and then she's able to get the game winner. I mean, this team did a phenomenal job. You should be proud of really both these teams. I mean, they played tough, and both these teams really in this game, it's at a conference. You're just trying to figure out more about your team, and there's definitely some positives to take from Salisbury's side of things, and I'm sure they're glad they've been able to be defeated before they have to have their backs against the wall in postseason play. And for Rowan, this is a big win to put yourself back possibly into the national ranking, and also win once again another game in a row. It's their 6th game in a row that they have won, and they're just continuing momentum, and they're going to ride momentum up until possibly the NJAC playoffs and maybe even further.
A win, of course, could potentially give the team recognition back into the rankings. And after this, 2 more games left in the season, both on the road in NJAC play. Their next game, Profs' next game will be on Wednesday, October 30th at Stockton. They will play in Galloway, New Jersey, and then next Saturday, the Profs will finish off the regular season up north at Montclair State. Both Wednesday's game against Stockton at 4 p.m. and Montclair State on Saturday at 12 p.m. So the Profs finished their home campaign with a 7-3 record at home. But with 2 road games to go, this is definitely a situation for the NJAC tournament. And this win, even though it's not a in-conference game, but it's still huge, especially against a ranked team. And this could help the mindset and just keep the tone going for this Prof team.
Oh yeah, it's huge. I mean, you want to be nationally talked about, you want to be nationally ranked, and this is exactly the step in the right direction. And really, the last thing I have to say is, I mean, what a game and what a win for the Rowan Profs.
What a win for the Profs, and that will do it here from Coach Richard Wacker Stadium tonight here in Glassboro. My name is Aiden Ray. Alongside me is my broadcast partner, Aiden Doherty. Again, an Aiden Squared broadcast. We did just Aiden's in the booth today. But the Rowan Profs with a big win, 2-1 over the Salisbury Seagulls. And they keep controlling their destiny towards the NJAC tournament. That will be it here on Rowan Athletics. Have a great rest of your night, guys.